Wait, my guinea pigs need water. Hold up. No, well, no, Bean's hungry. Or not hungry, thirsty. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of water in there. Enough for a video. I'll get her something to drink. I know, I'm sorry. I know, I'll get you water. Just get like the last bit of it. Anyways, I did gym today. And I think I did. Last video was about the K through 5 music stuff and how my last day went. I think I did one other day, and then the weekend hit, did a gig, and then gym. And I did gym today. Gym! I've said it before. I respect people. Before we get on the main topic, which I guess today's main topic is management. Yeah, probably management. Not high school. I've been doing a lot of K through 5. I haven't seen high schoolers in so long. I miss them. Not that I don't miss my K through 5, but I feel that high schoolers respond better to subs. Would I be thriving as a K through 5 teacher? I would definitely try. Would I thrive as a high schooler teacher? I would probably try. But being a younger person sub, you would think they'd like you. They're like, what's your name? And some of them are like that. Who are you? What's your color? What's your favorite color? That's great, but once it gets to like 5th grade, 4th and 5th, they're like, who are you? You're not Mrs. Dober Hooverman, Joseph, Mr. Joseph. Where's my teacher? And I'm like, I'm your teacher. No, you're not. I ain't gonna do anything today. And it's a little easier in gym because you're just like, okay, you can go somewhere else and play with your pickleball and your paddle. Tick, 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 tick. I had a great time with my 3rd graders. Had a great time with my 4th graders. Had all the great times. I've said it before, gym people, I respect them. They've got great projection. They understand human anatomy. They understand what needs to happen with these kids to get proper exercise. Teaching them about physical health, and maybe even mental health now that COVID's hit. I'm not sure how the gym curriculum has been affected by that. But what happens when you've got kids that are just like, I'm not going to play? I'm trying to remember what happened when kids did that. Did I just sit out? I don't think I ever did that. But people wanted to. Did they sit out? Did the gym teacher ever be like, deal with it? Or did they have some kind of side thing they could do? I don't know. How do gym teachers manage their classes in a sense of engagement, participation, and I guess respect/disrespect? I know since the olden times there was drop and give me 20 or run around, you have a lap to do, go for it. And I'm sure teachers use that today, but I don't feel like there are that many. In a regular classroom, you could have an extra supplemental material thing that they could write, crossword puzzle, or something that aligns with what you're doing, and then you'd kind of have some success there, and then bring them back into what the classroom is actually doing altogether. But that's the classroom. And then gym, do you have like volleyball and then like a side game of, I don't know, wall ball, where you're just hitting the ball against the wall and just keep hitting that or something like that? Or sprinting. You're doing sit-ups for 20 minutes, or you're playing pickleball for 20 minutes. Pick one. I feel like it's very difficult, especially if your gym is an auditorium or just like half of a court half of a basketball court. You don't have really the necessary things to facilitate a lot of games that require nets or full courts or anything like that. You'd have to get pretty creative and pretty much teach a new game every time, especially ones that don't lead to a lot of hurting. Wait, what's happening over here? Oh, there's Kiwi sniffing around. So how do gym teachers deal with management? I know in disrespect, you could have, well, as a sub it's a little different because you really don't know anybody. As a sub, they don't really tell you, you can do this. It's really just control the class, survive. Okay? What if I have someone that's like, I'm not going to listen to you, your breath stinks, and I'm going to sit over here. Which happened to me today. I was just like, okay, that's your choice. You can sit over there. And I had an aide. She was like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, yes, it does, but also it sucks for you because you don't get to play pickleball with everyone. I went and played with everybody, and then after a while, she was kind of like, she responded more to negative. She got really mad during negative punishment. Fine, you can't talk while I'm talking. I take the thing, and then you get it back later. She's like, I'm not a little kid. I was like, you are 10? I didn't say that. She's like, I'm not a little kid. I get the paddle. I was like, no, you don't get the paddle. You don't. So she goes back, and then she really responded well after she was fighting me, and yelling at me. Responded well to, what is it called? Positive reinforcement. Gave the paddle back after I was like, hey, do any of you that I took the paddle back want to come back in? Let's go ahead and play. And then I just needed one of them. One of them was like, me! And the others were like, wait a second. I want to play pickleball. Okay, the rest of you, you'll be my ball gatherers. You get the balls at the end of the class. Yeah, that's your job. And then finally, 5 minutes before the class then, she's like, I'll try pickleball. I was like, okay, here you go. Come and play with us. It's fun. You're not. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be like that. However, just don't talk over me. Am I being rude? Should I just be like, oh yeah, just be quiet. Just be like, I feel like I didn't really mention expectations. My bad. But maybe she'll know for next time, and we'll get off at a better start because she knows me, I know her. I'll be better prepared. She kind of knows my thing. Management doesn't happen overnight, which makes me wonder, how do those people that are like come into schools, schools hire management teachers that come in and teach all the teachers some techniques, and then the teachers get angry because the techniques don't work because they don't happen. Management doesn't happen overnight. It might even take years for that student to come around, just to you, not even to anyone else, just to you. In management, another thing about management, the technique that you've used could be reverse engineered, and the kids are just like, haha, they're using that technique, let's make fun of them, yeah. That technique's then out the window. Or maybe you used it too much. There's a usage. Who knew? It's definitely more, it's definitely different with younger kids. It's different with middle schoolers. It's different with high schoolers. How do you teach management? I'm just mentioning things that have worked in the past and then going on from there. I think I just found out my dissertation, or my what's the master's paper essay? What's that one? The big thesis? It's thesis. I think I found my thesis paper. Management. How? by Emilio Valle. Read the next 50 pages, you're interested. Or a thesis where it's just, and I've seen this with some jazz books, where they mention in the index just what topics do you want. Management for full classes, management for small classes, management contexts, management techniques with different demographics, management blah blah blah, moving on. Whichever one, just flip to that page, and then you'll find typical techniques that have helped in the past. Estimated times to where it could take effect, pros and cons to that management technique, and these could be as vague as you just be nice to the kid. Sometimes they like to be nice, or in another way, maybe you just have to be a little louder, and not even loud in a mean way. Just be like, "Hey, what's up, my friend? How's it going today?" Clock, boom, fist bump. Is your day going well? Well, my day's going all right. I had to pee a little. Nah, don't mention that. I had to feed my guinea pigs. He's like, "You got guinea pigs?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got guinea pigs." Some kids respond to, "How's your day? Your day's great." "Oh, well, I heard that you're having lunch. Bosco sticks? Good luck eating enough of those. I don't think those ever fill me up." And she'd be like, "Oh, that doesn't fill me up either." "Well, drink your marinara sauce." I don't know. Or get an extra milk. Management. Is it tougher for a sub? I agree. Is it... That didn't make sense. It's tougher for a sub. Statement. Yes. Answer. Is it a constant battle? Yes. Do they ever learn from one technique? No. Must you use multiple techniques? Yes. Will it ever work? Will it work and don't work sometimes? And then you use the same thing another day and it switches? Yes. Will you have unmanageable kids? Here comes. I'm going to end on this. Will you have a kid that is so behaviorally different that you believe that they are not able to be managed by a teacher or even two teachers? Are they managed? Can they be managed? Is someone with super behavioral problems that you've heard and you're going to get to work with them that day, is it a lost cause, or do you work with them? Here comes I'm showing my age. I'm showing my, what do you call it? I'm sorry. I'm showing my newness, my early careerness. I'm showing it. I'm going to say, yes, you can work with that kid. You can work with the bad kid. You can work with the behaviorally different kid. You can work with the non-workable kid. I believe so. It's going to take a lot of work, and you might be more of an administrator than a teacher to this kid. But showing you care, I believe, is the best way. And is a first step into integrating this kid into your classroom, this kid into your society, or our society. That is the first step, is if we care about them. Maybe that'll be my thesis. You've heard it here first on May 8th, 2023. Thesis number 1. You've got to care. If you don't, then that's going to be a hard disadvantage to get through. Yep. Okay, gotta clean my water. I gotta filter water. 3, 2, 1.